good day for this.
And is operated to British Maritime and Coast Guard Agency regulations. For your comfort and safety, please listen to the following safety announcement.
Yeah, you know.
In the unlikely event of an emergency, it is important that you follow the instructions given through the vessel's public address system and directions given by crew members. Adult life jackets are stored under the seats in the saloon and upper deck. Child and infant life jackets are also carried on board. Donning instructions are clearly displayed in the saloon, aft deck and upper deck. Crew members will assist if required. The muster stations for an emergency evacuation are on the port and starboard aft deck. Life rafts are located at the aft of the vessel. These will deploy automatically or manually, and crew members will instruct and assist you to board them. The captain asks all passengers with children to please be aware that running is not allowed on board, and your children must be with you at all times. Standing on the seats or handrails is also not allowed. Please use the litter bins throughout the vessel and never discard rubbish over the side. The entire Spirit of Loch Ness vessel is a no-smoking zone, so there is no smoking permitted anywhere on the vessel. We have a bar on the lower deck with a good selection of beers, souvenirs and, of course, malt whiskies. Toilets are located on the lower deck. If you need any further help or information, please feel free to ask a member of the crew. So now sit back, relax and enjoy the wonders of Loch Ness in the Great Glen of Scotland. But please don't feed the monsters.
Training.
Good morning all. Welcome aboard the Spirit of Loch Ness. Can you all hear me okay? Can you all understand me okay? We need some whiskey. Well, luckily the bar is open and it's downstairs. Right, my name is Ricky. I'll be your tour guide today, folks. At the wheel today we've got the owner of the company, Mr. Mackenzie. And downstairs at the bar you've got young Cola and the lovely Alex. They'll take care of all your alcoholic or non-alcoholic needs, whichever way you go. Now, the screens you can see around the boat, you've actually got different views. The two blue screens are showing you a three-dimensional image of what Loch Ness would look like empty. Those screens will give you the depth reading in feet. The multicolored screens, they're our live action sonar. They'll give you the depth reading in meters. So hopefully we'll have everybody covered there. Now we're going to head across the loch here and head over to the wild side of the loch and see if we can spot any wildlife. Things like wild goats, deer, ospreys, eagles, they're all in the area, so keep your eyes peeled. If you're struggling with our language, there's two options. One, you can scan our QR codes. There's one up here with 15 different languages on it, and there's another one downstairs on the left-hand side of the bar as well. Failing that, you can drink whiskey, then magically subtitles in your language will appear just about here. Okay? In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy your trip, and well, Loch Ness. Enjoy.
We're travelling across the world-famous Loch Ness, but there is more of interest in this deep, dark valley than just the monster. Loch Ness is part of the Great Glen of Scotland, a geological fault line which runs from under the North Sea in the northeast to the edge of the Atlantic shelf in the southwest. It cuts Scotland in two. The rocks which form the Highlands of Scotland were laid down in warm tropical seas near to the south of the equator more than 300 million years ago. Around 400 million years ago, the continents of North America and Europe collided, and this created an enormous mountain chain. Those mountains are known as the Caledonians. 20 million years later, the Great Glen fault line was formed, and the mountains to the north of the loch slipped 65 miles, 100 kilometres to the southwest, forming a huge valley. Eventually, North America drifted away. The Atlantic opened, and as continents entered northern latitudes, drew down upon themselves the Great Ice Ages, and our enormous jagged mountains were eroded to the stumps you see on either side of you during continues during today. When the last ice age finished, about 12,000 years ago, Loch Ness filled with fresh water and took the form we see today. Vegetation and trees arise, but most were cut down during medieval times to produce charcoal for smelting, and the pine forests you see here today are mainly introduced species like larch, Douglas fir, Sitka, and Norwegian spruce, and even some sequoia. Our only native pine, the Scotch pine, is present in nature reserves such as Glenafric. These bogs stain the rainwater, and it is that which makes the loch's waters appear so dark. The loch is around 23 miles long, averages 1 mile wide, and is 754 feet deep. That is 35 kilometres long, 1.5 kilometres wide, and 230 metres deep. You can put the population of the world into Loch Ness more than 3 times over, and it contains more water than all the lakes, rivers and reservoirs of both England and Wales combined, including the whole of the English Lake District. So there is room for it to conceal our deep mysteries. Do keep your cameras to hand, as you never know when you might be lucky enough to film or photograph something unusual on the loch. Whether the phenomena seen at the surface could be Nessie will continue to be debated, and there are many theories on the subject. So let us take a look at the history of the Loch Ness Monster and see if it provides any clues. The first recorded sighting of a mysterious creature in the loch was in 165 AD by St. Columba, a Scottish missionary who was preaching Christianity to the native Picts in the area. The story was probably just a parable to show the power of the Church of the Christians. Sightings of a big fish occurred in the 19th and early 20th century, but in 1933 the story suddenly exploded upon the world with a series of sightings and photographs. The most famous picture, that of a graceful neck protruding from the water, turned out to have been faked, but it will always remain the iconic image of the Loch Ness Monster. Scientists have shown that long-necked animals could not live in the cold water owing to its temperature and the lack of an adequate food supply. Some of the mistakes, diving birds, and even deliberate invention. The vast majority of sightings are of a single hunt and with large living creatures. Sonar have found strong contact with the deep water, donating fish rather than air breathers. One suggestion is that sturgeons have been introduced to the river system, and it is known they can live for centuries and grow to enormous proportions. The world record being 8.3 metres and over 240 years old.
Now I'm starting to see.
Not be a very romantic monster.
That's a picture.
So about the video, you doing any video?
No, I did a little bit. I've seen it now, it's got more in it, it's got about it.
In the cliffs on the south side of the loch is the concealed entrance of Goddy's Cave. Goddy's real name was Alexander MacDonald, and the notorious cannibal cave. He is the
Video looks much wider, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if you press the .6,
was determined to assassinate the Red Coat commander, the Duke of Cumberland, in revenge for the beating taken by his fellow clansmen during the battle. Lying in wait on the hillside, he saw his chance when the Duke and his troops happened by. Goddy's blunderbuss was full of shot and nails. He remained hidden while he waited for the Duke to come into range. Unfortunately for Goddy, the shot was a bad one and missed. He immediately turned to flee back to his cave and was pursued by the Red Coat soldiers who lost sight of him in the heather. With food and supplies being brought by his wife and other village folk, he managed to remain hidden in the cave for several months. Eventually, the Redcoats gave up the search, and the tale does not tell what finally became of this fugitive from Cumberland's Loch Justice.
Right, the guys and girls, this is out in the Loch Ness, with some lovely views in all directions. The best one is the sonar's working properly. You can actually see our journey so far. Basically, we're on the right-hand side of every street. As you move left, you go into our history. The back of the left-hand side is just came out of the drop-off as we left the canal. And as you can see, it's quite severe. Loch Ness is not a good place if you want to go paddling. You'll end up swimming before you know it. I know beaches around the loch, but if you jump off the actual beach, you can land in over 100 metres of water. It's over 330 feet immediately. So yeah, and that water, although the temperature gauge on the sonar tells you it's 15 degrees roughly, that's only the surface. You jump into the water, you're jumping into 6 degrees Celsius and 42 Fahrenheit. As soon as your feet hit that, your brain gets a message from them saying abort. So the way the sonar works, folks, is very simple. We're on the right side, you come down that line there, the white line, until you hit the red line, and that gives you where the bottom is. The red line is the start of the rocks. Below that you've got clay. As you move across the street, you go into our history. So you've got about a 10-minute view of our journey so far. The depth reading is in the middle in meters for a conversion to feet. Top right to the other screen in orange, and that will give you the depth reading in feet. Also down here you've got the boat speed. That's 9 knots. That's roughly about 10 and a bit miles an hour. Okay? Now what's below the bottom we don't want to know. What we know is what's in here, the dark area. That's the water. So what you're looking for are these big unusual big dots deeper down. The main life levels are high up. The top line is your game fish, like your trout and salmon. The next level down is around the 20-metre mark. And that is all the main life level, mostly Arctic char and the big predatorial fish. The reason they're there is very simple, because that's where the last little life is. Now I know you've probably all seen the documentaries about them going down in the sea, and they go down nearly a kilometre down, over 3,000 feet. It goes dark. They switch their lights on and they carry on. You get to 25 metres in Loch Ness and that's when it goes dark. You switch your lights on and you put them off again. You don't actually know whether they work. That's how dark it is down there. If you want to know why, look behind the boat. You can see down the stairwell there, or over the back of the boat, that brown yellowy colour. That's caused by heat. Heat is the sediment that is in Loch Ness, and that's what makes exploration deeper down in the loch impossible. Divers get lost, ROVs can't see, submarines are useless. We actually know more about the surface of Mars than what's below your feet right now. The surface of Mars doesn't have a road running alongside it, and the bus surface doesn't. So what should be more accessible? Now that's us over on the wild side of the loch, folks. Things to watch for off to your right-hand side here are the likes of wild goats, 3 different types of deer. We've got red deer, roe deer. Those are both native, and we also have sika, a Japanese deer imported back before the turn of the 1900s. It was about 1890 that were brought over here. You've also got things like wild red squirrels to look for, and if you're very much pine bark. You don't know what a pine bark is, it's like a very big beetle, brown in colour with a beige chest and chin. They're lovely to see, they're very rare in fact, and there are actually quite a few of them in this area. Another thing to watch for around here are birds of prey. We've got just about all of them. We've got hobbies, merlins, sparrowhawks, kestrels, peregrine falcons. We have ospreys, buzzards, red kites, goshawks, hen harriers, and 2 types of eagle. We've got both golden eagles and the white-tailed sea eagle. So there is plenty to watch for. So don't everybody look right. If you're not looking left, Nessie might water ski past and we might miss her again. So somebody please keep an eye out to the left-hand side. Now, we don't want to know what's above the loch. We can see that. All we don't want to know is what's in it. What we'll do just now, folks, is I'm going to nip downstairs. I'm going to take control of a touch screen down there. And on the sonar screen, up here, you'll be able to see the images I'm showing down there, okay? The only thing you won't be able to see is where I'm pointing, or if you want to ask me a question, just find me at the front of the boat on the left-hand side, okay? My name is Ricky. By the way, that's not for you, that will tell me who I am and where I work. Alright. Morning here can be a bit hazy at times. So yeah, I'll show you up on these screens what we're looking at and what we've got in Loch Ness. Now you may think now in the 21st century we should know a lot more about what we've got going on in this loch. After all, we've got satellites outside our solar system. We've got robots running around Mars. We've got 12 people on the moon. So yeah, water seems to cause us a major problem. The fact that we can't breathe down there doesn't help. So as I say, divers in Loch Ness tend to get lost. Get any more than about 70 feet down and that's it. There's total darkness. You don't even know which way up. Hello to the bottom deck. Y'all hear me okay? Y'all understand me? Good. Right, so we'll use the touch screen. So on the sonar screen, these ones here that look like this, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And I'll show you what's in this water. Anybody know what type of water we're on? Fresh water, good on you. The best fish to eat out of fresh water is salmon. That's the biggest one ever caught here. Something at 56 pounds or 25 kilos. The guy roughly an hour and 3/4 to land it, and that's why he's smiling. That much more he does this for the meat. They're very handy fish to have around. We've also got trout in Loch Ness. You've got brown trout, you've got raper trout, you've also got sea trout, and then you've got the ones that nobody's ever heard about. These big guys. Believe it or not, that one's actually quite a small one. That's a adult trout. This one here is about 15, 16 pounds. They're around the 7 kilo mark. They can get to an excess of 20 kilos or 45 pounds as well. And they do that because they're cannibals. They swim around eating each other all day. And they're kids. Don't like the girls, if you think mum and dad are giving you a hard time on holiday, you have fun, you never one of these in the paper. You think you definitely need before you're 7. Like you're getting to explain that one to you. Another big predator that we get in Loch Ness are northern pike. You see the size of this one. Look at that for a size. That is a 61 pounder, 28 kilos. At that size, folks, they're not only eating fish, but they're eating anything on the surface as well. Like swimming, frogs, even up to ducks and seagulls. In fact, unfortunately, they find the baby ducks just like chicken nuggets, so they tend to disappear in a quick way. Mother Nature can be so cruel at times. The most common fish in Loch Ness, folks, believe it or not, is one that shouldn't even be here. It's actually a sea fish called Arctic char. Arctic char, as I say, are a cold water deep sea fish. They got trapped in here when Loch Ness was part of the sea in the last ice age, way down Scotland enough, so that we actually built from the North Sea with Arctic char, monsters and everything else, and we don't really know what's down there. When the ice melted though, the weight came on Scotland and Scotland rose again. And we got to about 50 feet above sea level, or 15 metres. Then the loch was landlocked, separated from the sea, and the water converted to fresh water. The reason it did that is very simple. Glacial meltwater is heavier or denser than salt water, so as it melted, it displaced the salt water back. Yeah, there's a bit more commentary coming up, so I'll join you on the other side of that.
On the starboard side of the boat, you can see a large area of shattered rock, which reminds roughly the shape of a horseshoe in the sea. One local tale tells that this is where the monster tried to escape, but it was too steep and she slipped back into the depths. A stream is caused by hundreds of years of seasonal weather. Winter makes its way into crevices in the rock face. It freezes, the water expands and shatters the rock, causing it to cascade down the hillside. Finding many of these features in the Highlands, it can be very dangerous as the rocks can be easily disturbed and crash down upon anyone beneath. In 1985, monster hunter Steve Blackwell put a large cage in the water here and baited it with a net of salmon. The event was overseen by the Loch Ness Project for safety. The cage was successful in landing a vodka company to sponsor the event, but the only monsters it captured were journalists looking for a silly season 2.
Yeah, they use Scotland, the home of whiskey and fish for a Scottish monster. They got a vodka company to sponsor them. Any ideas why they were unsuccessful? Yeah, Arctic char, as I say, they're the most numerous and common fish in Loch Ness. Trapped here by the Ice Age, So you think we would know about them, wouldn't you? We've been here about 12,000 years. Well, they were finally discovered in Loch Ness in 1982. We didn't even know they were here until then. So it's something hiding in Loch Ness. Well, the most humans have come and fished it for 12,000 years. It was eventually found by MI. So it wasn't that drunk Scottish people walking about with a bottle of whiskey in each hand, often known as the balanced diet. And so yeah, it wasn't our fault. Once they were located, they then realised that there wasn't enough actual food in Loch Ness to feed large predators. Right, folks, keep your eyes peeled up to the right here. When I was at the back of the river a few minutes ago, there was wild dogs up on these fallen trees are up on our right-hand side. Now they're doing black and white colour, so they're a bit like the rocks, so they're very hard to pick out. But keep an eye out. Has anybody ever seen Jurassic Park? Wonder where they got the idea for me. The original place where monsters right here. Now you may wonder why all these big universities, the likes of MIT and the Academy of Applied Science and that come here searching for the monster. They know they're here. And it's down to sonar the reason that they're actually known. We pick up big contacts on these boats on average. Every single trip we get between 5 and 8 large contacts. One of our four more famous ones is one that actually went viral back in 2020. We were out here, we spun out into the deeper part of the loch. When we spun out here, we got this contact on our sonar. It's on your screen now. In the middle of the deep trench, you got what looks like an upside down boomerang or plateau. And that shows that it's alive. It's one of the clearest actual sightings we've ever had. The screenshot of it was between you and the movie. And we proved that by spinning round and going over the same spot and the thing is there. So we screenshotted it, we sent it off to all the sonar manufacturers to see what they were saying. And actually they turned out with the fact that what it actually was a 10 metre green on altitude. And they said it was very common around the coast of Britain, which we find quite comical considering the depth reading. You don't get depths like that around the coast of Britain. The average depth within the 20-mile limit or 32 kilometres is actually 112 metres. That's the average. Loch Ness is average 183 metres, or 600 metres. So yeah, we then said to them, well, if it's round the coast of Britain, what could it be? They said, well, it's probably a large shark or a small whale. Then they asked where we were. We said Loch Ness, they went home. It's a bit of humorous silence. The word monster was used, but the next day Fort Augustus was inundated in the world press. And we were famous for 36 hours. So what can these things be? Well, the last big survey that was done here was done in 2018 by the University of Otago in New Zealand. Now they are renowned for their paleontological research. They're good at looking for dead things. So like the dinosaurs, etc., they know all about them. So they came here, what they did is they DNA sample plots. A bit like CSI Loch Ness, that's the way you put it. Now they found like many of the things. For instance, they found over 3,000 codes of DNA in the loch. Not all of them were resident codes. For instance, there was human DNA, not mine, I'm just pointing out the fact that I am actually human. There was also the likes of ospreys, owls, frogs, frogs, goats, deer, dogs, cats, horses, sheep, you name it, they found it in the loch. They found all the species that have already shown you listen before. However, they did disprove two of the theories that were meant to be Loch Ness Monsters, one of which you heard about in the commentary earlier, and that actually was sturgeon. There's one on your screen now, as you can see, they get a real size. The world record is over 8 meters long and 250 years old. They're sturgeon, these caviar guys and girls. We were eating caviar in the bar, not whiskey, and their sandwiches would be a wee bit more exciting each day, would they? However, unfortunately, no sturgeon DNA in Loch Ness. No whiskey caviar at the bar. Sandwiches for it. The other option that they had was something we hadn't thought about. We didn't even know that these could get to this side to that. That was a catfish. That was dragged out of a loch or lake in Italy. There was one actually dragged out of Lake Baikal in central Russia last year. It was 7.5 meters long. And it was pulled out. It was causing a nuisance. A nuisance saying that it's actually 7 people. Yeah, 7 years. There's also a Romanian family on board that said they had the same problem in Romania back in the early 70s when a 7.2 metre catfish had demolished about 12 school children before it was caught. So yeah, killer catfish. Well, the good news is, guys and girls, their DNA wasn't found, so you're all safe to go swimming. Until, of course, I show you the dinosaur that they found in Loch Ness. Anybody heard about a dinosaur in Loch Ness? Maybe by the name of Nessie? Well, the one they found is not the cute cuddly one that you can buy back there at our bar. The one they found in here actually is a piece for radium. That is a lamprey, guys and girls. Lamprey are a blood-sucking eel, and they date back to 320 million years ago. So yeah, now we didn't even know these things were in Loch Ness. We used to swim in Loch Ness until we found out these things were in here. Now it's wetsuits all the way. One very unusual thing that they found out about Loch Ness is that 16% of the DNA that was found in the loch was completely new to scientific unknown. That basically means you've got 480 species of something below your feet that nobody has ever seen or registered. And we don't know if they're monsters, microbial, it could be bacterial, it could be plankton, it could be a 40-foot version of the cuddly toy you sell at the bar. That would certainly have science chatting over lunch. However, one thing they did find is that every single sample came back with a high proportion of European eel DNA. Anybody know how big an eel can get? What do you reckon that size? I'm talking high, not low. Yeah, I mean it. The world record eel, folks, was caught in the North Sea, which, believe it or not, is only about 30 miles behind us, or 50 kilometres. It was caught by a Plymouth-based fishing boat in the early 90s. When they landed it on the boat, they didn't actually know what they'd caught. When they got it on shore, they needed a crane to lift it off the boat. That's the size it was. That was 8 metres, 26 feet. It was so big, you couldn't actually get your arms around it. One of the reasons that it's married. But you can imagine something that size moving along the surface of Loch Ness in a serpentine motion. Well, there's your one, but it does not explain the sonar contact. The reason for that being is the eels don't have a swim ladder because they're monocetes, so they don't need to be buoyant like fish do. To explain that a wee bit more simply for you, if I was to jump over the bow of the boat and swim under the sonar, you wouldn't actually get a picture of my body. The reason being is my body is made up mostly of water. And water is not the same density as water. The worst that they call that is filthy. Anyway, what you can get is the air in my lungs, and that would show us a large red contact on sonar. If I go back to sonar now, you'll actually see quite a difference in what's happening. It's not a wee bit deep, guys and girls. Look at the drop off on the outside there. We're now at 188 metres. That's deeper than any of the hills around us, by the way. So I would show us a large red contact on there. So if they get these big things, they can't actually be eels because they don't have a swim ladder dedicated to the size of just showed them to show on sonar at all. And they would actually show us a small dot. And the big things that we're picking up are something else. So we still don't know what is in Loch Ness. At the end of this month, there's going to be another big survey done on the loch. Over 2 days, we're going to use whatever the usual little stickers. There's one over here on the right-hand side. There's one at the back, one at the very back, and right at the back on the side. Foundation ladies here, there's one here. We've got a monster photo. The only thing is, it's not these ladies what to do is flick your thumb on the camera and it's video minute. It's dark and up, it's pretty fast. Come and make it to the water because it always
forget, Si, if you press...
Man-made island probably built around the time of Christ. In the early 20th century, one of the monks from Fort Augustus used an early diving suit to study its construction, which is mainly substantial trees crisscrossing each other for foundations. It was constructed as a defined structure. Some purpose-built homes on islands with access walkways to shore. Not only did they provide protection from wild animals and easy access for fishing, but they were also very easy to defend. If an enemy were attacking, firstly, they would find it difficult to gain access, and in most cases would just steal some animals and move on. If, however, it was a more substantial force, the walkway could be burned, preventing the enemy gaining access at all. There are many cairns in Scotland, and several have been studied by archaeologists who have found charcoal along the lines of the submerged walkways, showing that this tactic has been used on several occasions. When the Caledonian Canal was constructed, the water level was raised by 2 metres. This is causing waves to erode Cherry Island, and it will one day sink into the loch. Living at this end of the loch since earliest recorded times. Following St. Columba's attempt to convert the northern Picts to Christianity, the area moved back and forth between pagan and Christian beliefs until in the 7th century, St. Cuban visited the glen. Built upon St. Columba's work and fully established Christianity in this part of the Highlands. He built a church here, and the village became known as Cumain, or Church of Cumain. It is still known by this name locally, and the local school is called Cumain Academy. After the second Jacobite uprising in 1715, Jacobites were supporters of the Catholic Stuart monarchy. General George Wade built a network of roads which became Cumain at its centre. He also constructed a new fort here, which he named Fort Augustus in honour of King George's favourite son, William Augustus, the Duke of Cumberland. Once the fort was constructed, Fort Augustus became the English name for the village. The fort was enormous and solidly constructed, with 4 heraldry fences vast into each corner. It housed a considerable military detachment. The last Jacobite uprising took place in 1745, and the fort was surrendered to Jacobite forces, which had badly damaged it with cannon fire. In 1746, the Jacobites were defeated, and the Duke of Cumberland, the man for whom this fort was named, decided to use it as his headquarters, but it was unusable. Cumberland was infuriated by the destruction and began a series of dreadful atrocities against the Highland people. The fort was never rebuilt after 1745, and Lord Lovat purchased it from the government and refurbished one building to use as a hunting lodge, giving it to the Benedictine monks in 1878, who built the abbey attached to the fort foundations and remaining buildings. The monks operated it as a boarding school until 1993. The building then kept for a number of years, then they converted into the Highland Club, luxury quality apartments. Loch Ness, Loch and Loch. It was constructed to provide a safe passage through Scotland to save ships from travelling the more treacherous routes around the north of Scotland, which was susceptible to storms and French privateers. Shortly after opening, the construction of larger steam showers, and many cabin cruisers and barges. There is a canal museum on the right-hand side of the staircase of locks if you would like more information. Our cruise today is now complete, and we will shortly be moving to our berth, so please remain seated until instructed by the crew. We hope you have found the cruise to be an enjoyable and educational after your vacation.
What's wrong? Solar powered, no chance of fucking charging.
Thank you, because without you we couldn't do this. Good on you. You'll remain in your seats just now, and then we'll release the bottom deck first, followed by yourselves. We're not picking you out, it's just sunshine in Scotland is rare, so we're letting you get the best of it. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.